Okay, didn't get an ad this time. Make sure sound's working. Yep. Okay, hey everybody, we're back with some more LA Noire. I'm going to move this so I can actually see the chat box. And I'm also going to bring up my alert box, just in case. Because I remembered this time. But we are in the middle of a vice case. I don't remember which one, but it is a vice case. Okay, got my alert box up so I can see things. But we are going to enjoy some LA Noire. Oops. Let's get started. God, I don't remember anything. Did I finish the soup case? No, I did. I was doing the basketball player. No, the boxer, because he was supposed to lose. He was being paid to lose, and he didn't. And he bet on himself and got the girl got the money, and he found her in a train station. Oh, my controller batteries are low. I'll get those later. But he killed her in the bathroom, and now we're looking for the boxer. I keep wanting to call him a basketball player. Oh no, not again.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Oh.
He's only a writer. I think
Oh. I lost some progress, but okay.
.32 caliber. One shot fired. The Egyptian Theater.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Nope. Oh. Yank glitches. To be fair, they did say leave, so we need to leave. Are we sure there's nothing going on with her?
top of my class back east. Now I'm waiting tables.
I thought she was talking for a second, and I was going to be very concerned, like, wait, you're dead.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
What?
Hey! Fuck you!
Okay, I'm leaving. This is a really weird place. Yep, my car's over here. Oh yeah, they have the little, the stop and go signs instead of a light.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
He drives better. He drives a lot better than I do.
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money, too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Oh, those are flashing lights. Okay.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
Oh, is that actually where I'm supposed to go?
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead man. Hammond, too, when I find him.
Throw out the guns.
I forgot how to run for a second. Oh god.
Find some cover!
Oh,
Wide open here!
sorry. I had no clue where they were. I still have no.
You're covered, Cal. Where are you?
You limey cocksucker.
Weapons on the ground.
I'm not very good at shooting stuff. Oh my, there we go.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. The Scania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's Homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen.
Hey. I feel like this was a really easy case. Yeah, there's only 3 questions. I'll take 4 stars though. And only $10 in city damage. One day it will be 0.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
I don't like Vice. They're mean. But I also don't know how to leave.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
But I like my suit. Don't make fun of my suit.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about it in the paper.
How... What? Wait. This sign lied.
Must be going crazy.
Okay. I know where I'm going. I don't.
You're behind the wheel.
I'll let him drive his car.
You seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
I always wondered what happened when people didn't claim or identify bodies. That makes sense, though.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, he's skipping stairs. Oh, in the back.
Bukowski, you made Homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
I like Bukowski. Is this it? Oh, this is Carruthers.
No?
Hey.
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Yeah, it
The
looks
neck
like she
is
was
bruised pretty
strangled.
badly.
Rope marks, probably.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Let go of her hand.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the Surretts. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought Surretts and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Looks like barbiturates.
I don't want to talk to you yet. God, one, I couldn't have a kitchen this small, and two, I don't think I could have it closed off from the rest of my house. Hang on, I should have it, options. Cool.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look. Could have been a modeling assignment.
There's nothing here.
It's a place to start. Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Hey, Sears.
So what next?
Once you've checked the bathroom, Cole, you better take a look around.
I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. What am I missing? Found those. Nothing's vibrating. I don't like this.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Benzedrine. Nope, I saw those already. I'm just gonna look. Here we go. Yeah, this never vibrated.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
You know what, you're probably not the press, you are probably a photographer for us. Nope, it's the bedroom. I want the bathroom. The music stopped.
What do you think?
You want to talk to the cleaning lady?
Can you move? Roy? Can you move? Please? Okay, fine. Okay.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Amphetamines? I need to actually look up what that is. I can spell. Benzedrine. For sale. Oh, whoops, it has meth in it. Okay, I'll just look up amphetamine. Yeah, that's for ADHD, not depression.
I can't stand around here all day waiting for you. Her face beneath the water? I need to do something.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm assuming she cleans the bedroom.
If you were any kind of a detective, you would be trying to blame all this on Miss Julia.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
That I can prove.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. But that's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
I mean, I can't prove.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
You get lost and let me work? This broad was built to be photographed, even if she is dead.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
You want to go digging around in drains trying to support Mal's theory? You go ahead. I'm not getting my hands dirty.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Hmm. Hmm. Just spam the A button. I'm getting music as though something's like there's clues. You know what? Probably over here. This didn't vibrate. Battery's just so low it can't vibrate. Oh, there it is.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
Okay, let me make sure my vibration, is on, because it should be. Wait, no. Gameplay.
I think our work is done here.
Achievement. Okay. Well, music's done. Why did you park across the street?
Can you drive to this one?
Fine, where are we headed?
Make you drive.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Oh, I also looked at the thing where I wasn't getting directions. Apparently you're supposed to ask for directions. So now I know.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
I mean, I don't know why she would lie about that.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Why is that name familiar? Also, why are all my water bottles popping?
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She's such a sweet girl and knows nothing.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Well, she's dead now. No. Skirt over.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
No one wants to see me drive.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Ugh. Right, everyone smoked. Where am I going? Oh, right here. Fifth floor.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
I was about to ask if I could take an elevator. Oh my god, is that actually an elevator? Oh my god, it's nice. Yes, just hit the button.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Is This is a nice building.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Sorry.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
I mean, she's dead.
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
You didn't like her, did you?
Wasn't a question of like, Detective. She was incredibly beautiful. When you looked in her eyes, you knew how a mouse felt before a snake. Not an ounce of warmth there.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
I'm gonna look at my notebook. Oh, I see.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
That was a wait up. I'm gonna steal your phone.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Sorry, dude. God, it goes close really fast.
The old boy is lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
Two
You're
bodies
the only
here.
person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Matt.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
No one likes Roy. I will get these questions right, and I will look at my case notes if I get confused.
Arnett is in interview 2, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
This way.
He ran the light on Olympic, and we finally...
Oh, I passed it.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
That I know is a lie. Wait. Or not.
And you were close? We were friends.
Ah. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna restart this. I will get it right. Oh my god. Because also, the more questions you get wrong, the harder it is to actually solve the case. Take 2.
Arnett is in interview 2, Phelps. Go help
Take
him
2.
get whatever it is off his chest.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia. Really? That's everything you need? I have more for you, Detective. I'm sure of it.
Okay, I guess it's just suspicion then.
Really?
Oh my god,
That's
no.
everything you need? I have more for you, Detective. I'm sure of it.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Wait. No, he's just looking around. I thought it changed. I don't know.
If that's all, Heather's distraught. I probably need to get home.
I got it right.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Oh no.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
So close. Oh, what? Oh, you're turning left. Nope, light's red. Wish I had turn signals.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
So sorry if I am going between being muted and not. I'm also trying to eat dinner while playing. Trying to make sure you guys don't hear chewing noises too much. What? God, people can't drive. My light was green.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Oh no. What's Bukowski?
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Yeah, I'm just wandering around the middle of an intersection. Take 3. No, take 2. Take 2, the first time was the interrogation that I'm horrible at.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to
Why
spend
don't you
the
let
money.
him?
Too much slack.
Well, as Roy's
Pump
suit's
it,
a little
Phelps.
too,
I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
obvious. So I guess if I do something that stands out, I'm more likely to be spotted. Oh, you know what? If I'm causing a whole bunch of people honking because I'm in the middle of an intersection, he would probably turn around. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Now let's take 3.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
So I'm going to skip it. I am horrible at tailing, and I've been caught in the same place. If you really want to see the full extent of someone tailing it, you're gonna have to watch someone else, because I'm really bad at that.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket for Mexico City tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, where to?
I guess that's it. Oh, but get out of the car. I have the option to use a phone. Oh, it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna use the phone because I like phone noises.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted to Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
I was going to the place. I didn't need to stop. Hey, Parnell Soup Company. I didn't need to use the phone.
Can you drive to this one?
This car's dirty.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
He was probably having an affair. What wouldn't surprise me is if the ending is like he and Jimmy LeBlanc killed Julia, and then he killed Jimmy to keep him quiet, because dead men tell no tales. Let's see if my hypothesis is correct.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Oh my god, this is a big... Oh, yeah, it's right here.
It's here.
Oh.
He must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Oh.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Nope. Oh, the jacket. I like fountain pens. Do I want the addresses or something? I don't want to miss a clue. It's the one thing I do well.
I'm at a loss.
Okay. We check out this
Oh.
Eastern Broad and see if we can make the link between the burglars and Arnett.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Go here first. It's a
Nice
big
house.
house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why is it so bright? Because it was the Fabergé case and the ring, so no.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
I mean, you were definitely... Is it because of the fire?
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
I mean, she didn't really say anything.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives.
Oh.
What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh. Oh. I gotta drive, don't I? Alright, well. How do I get directions?
You need to take the next right.
Ah, okay, I do have to ask for them.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
Straight ahead.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it. Take the next right.
Next right.
KGPL calling car 11K. 11K come in. 11K, message from Detective Bukowski. Murder victim Jimmy LeBlanc's record shows he most often worked with an accomplice. Caucasian male, approximately 6'2", 220 pounds, heavily built, known only as Willie.
Next left. You need to take the next right. Straight on. Take the next left turn. Next right. Straight over the next intersection. Straight ahead. Go straight.
Okay. Oh! No.
Son of a bitch!
Well, almost made it through.
Go straight through.
Jesus, he's so angry. I'm just asking for directions.
Straight over the next intersection.
Don't yell at me. I don't know this map. I also don't like your directions.
Straight through the intersection.
He just sounds more angry the more times he tells me to go straight.
Go straight at the next intersection.
Straight through the next intersection.
I'm assuming I'm just gonna be heading straight for a while.
Go straight at the next intersection. You're gonna go right up ahead.
See, it changed. Whoop. Alright. Going around, y'all. Nope. Where are you taking me?
Stay straight on this road. Take the next left.
Oh my god.
Open your eyes!
I don't care anymore.
Straight through the next intersection.
We die. We die with honor.
Go straight at the next intersection. Christ alive, this is a nightmare!
There, I made it.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
He called it a lift.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
stop!
Don't kill
LAPD!
him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
him.
in the air! Give it up, LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
I lost my hat.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
I mean, it is stolen.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, Detective? My daughter's...
Ah!
Shouldn't you be calling me an ambulance or something?
I refuse. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it quits, because I'm getting kind of tired. And I am confused. So, I will stream more later.